I'm gonna make another video because I want to. And I want to spend this time right now to plug somebody because I have been reading their comics nonstop. I think most people here know who they are. They're responsible for Guidestuck, the fan-made game. But Scarven Rot, who's under the name Scarven Reindeer right now, has some of the most adorable, amazing, makes me cry Dave and Bro and Cal comics. They're just, I have reread them more times than I can even count right now. They're amazing. So, definitely go check those out if you like those characters. Kitten Love, let's get rolling. Use turntables and cinder blocks to make a fort. Ah, yes, sweet fort. Why is he standing on it? What's with all the hats? It's a pretty sweet fort you just made, and you're pretty sure your brother would agree. Under different circumstances, you might be high-fiving over it right now. But rather than get inside and take it for a spin, you really just need to use it to get up to that hatch. What's going to fall on him when he opens that thing? Yank cord. It's time to face your destiny. No going back now. I should have guessed that. No! He's getting molested by Smuppets. Squish. Down he goes. Freaking out, man. Yeah, there was pretty much no way there wasn't going to be a bunch of puppets in there. Okay, wait, hold on. Why am I getting this stupid game for you? You're the one who should be wrist deep in puppet ass. What is the specific problem? The problem is I am up to my goddamn neck in fucking puppet dong. You know you like the mannequin dick, accept it. I am enrobed in chafing, wriggling, god fucking damn puppet pelvis. Reading again. I wish that it would say, like, you know, this pester log is a repeat of one you've already read. Except now we actually understand what's going on. Read the note on the hatch. Bro, Roof now. Bring Cal. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Burst out of the puppet pile like the one. Yeah. Be the other guy. You are now the other guy. Take dowels and sheets from bed and make a tent. He's such a child. I love it. This is so much fun. A huge waste of time, yes, but so much fun. Psst. Thanks. There might have been something important in those drawers. Thanks. Carve a totem of the pre-punched. Carve a totem of the punched pogo card. Reading. You put the punched card containing the pogo ride in the slot and carve a totem from one of the cruciate dowels. They're always carved in some kind of wavy, vase-like shape. Repeat process with other cards and dowels. Ooh. You use the card containing the code for the hammer as well as the one with the random code you punched over the shaving cream card for the hell of it. You carve the respective totems for the cards. And he matches them up in a very intelligent fashion. Do same thing with captcha-logged captcha-log card. Huh. You make a totem for the captcha-log card. Pretty bare bones looking totem if who ask you. Collect totems. Mystery card. I want to know what the mystery one does. And they cost various things. That costs 8 of the other one whose name I don't remember. Produce capture log card. Oh. The alchemitor requires 1 unit of any type of grist to produce 1 card. You decide to use shale since it seems less generally useful than build grist as of now. Shale. You make a whole bunch of them. Glee! Whoa, did you just make all these? Yes. Sweet, thanks. What did you do with all the blue wobbly vase looking things? I brought the totems out to the alchemitor to test them. I'm taking some things into my own hands to save time. Okay. You create a hammer at the expense of 2 units of build grist. Huh? Oh. You make a pogo ride too. -5 build, 1 shale. Oh dear. You use the totem carved with a random code. You create a rocket pack with some random crap stuck inside it. Looks like a cinder block, a violin, and a flower pot. These items have rendered the device completely inoperable. We shouldn't be playing God with objects here. You figure you might as well put this piece of junk to use. Collect cards. Using a little strategy, first you grab Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavini, then the cards, then your rejected PDA, then the book again to flush the cards into your deck. Nice going! And now we have all this space! Turn on Detect Collisions. Using knowledge that you didn't obtain. You flip your fetch mode eye, but find no such option. This is idiotic. Read book. Be the wise guy. Harry Anderson Wise Guy. From the street to the screen. Mike Cavini. An introduction. Who's this wise guy? Blood loss in the Big Easy. New Orleans, 1977. Close-up room at the Magic Castle with its mean little boss tended to fill up with so much smoke you'd swear someone was cremating a wet dog in there. In walks Anderson. There isn't much that gets Slicker to pause its journey from the table to my lips, but I'll be the bastard love child of a listless octoroon. I've been just informed recently that term may be construed as racist. Let me dictionary it up for you. A person whose parents are a quadroon and a white person, and who is therefore 1/8 black by descent. A quadroon is a person whose parents are a mulatto and a white person, who is therefore 1/4 black by descent. Mulatto, another word for biracial. I like the word because I think it sounds neat. But biracial is the preferred term. If that kid wasn't the cat that swallowed the canary in a dapper little hat. It looked like he was testing the tensile strength of his suspenders to the damn near limit with a pair of cocky thumbs. I wasn't impressed. But I was a fool. Somehow in my motion for another beverage, he'd already slipped into polite conversation at a table held down by some notoriously brusque regulars. He had them in no time flat. They were melting butter in his glass ramekins. Whatever tidy yarn he'd spun to win them over, I didn't catch a word of it. One of them laughed. I was angry. Envious? Maybe a little. Yeah, you bet I was. Anderson had one of those little wooden finger choppers that Mickey Hades used to sell. The kind where the blade can be removed and clearly shown. It was a very convincing little guillotine, but it did not look like a novelty store toy. Harry would get a guy to examine the chopper and then cut a cigarette in half. Then he held the guy's hand up and told a silly story. The story, of course, was artifice, distraction for the guy and the audience while he worked his stuff with the chopper. Or it will become that once his famous chopper trip was perfected, vaulting him into fame, fortune, and the crowning position in the television judiciary. With what became his signature aplomb, Anderson was in moments of font of breast-pocket gauze, profuse apology, and redoubling determination. It's really amazing how hard it is to find a bloody sausage-side piece of a guy on the floor of a room that dark and smoky. Impossible, I think we all proved. Just as impossible as Blind Willie Buttermilk Stubbs was going to find it to work his trumpet tomorrow night without his twiddling fingers. Harry Harry and I never speak anymore. You never really understood what Cavini's relation to Anderson was, or why he wrote this book about him. His ambivalent attitude towards your favorite magician in these anecdotes always struck you as a little weird, and to be honest, you tend not to read much of the text in the book. You mostly like to look at the diagrams for all the cool tricks. A hole in the ace, aka the a-hole trick. Here's a perfect example of how Harry could ruin several decks of cards, waste everyone's valuable time, and have you love him for it. He was good at that. One day he noisily emptied his suit jacket pocket onto the hood of his car in search of change for the meter. A clunky metal thing slid from the pile and bounced on the sidewalk. As I retrieved it for him, I asked what he was doing with a hole puncher in his pocket. His face lit up at the question like he was an elf, and I asked him how he felt about climbing into the hollow of a big tree to bake some cookies or something. The 2'6" height differential between us causes these comparisons to enter my mind. A small crowd had already gathered around, even before he produced the first pack of unmolested cards. How people seem to gather, and how they even know a street performance is about to take place, I'll never know. It's perhaps Anderson's greatest trick, luring the marks like that. I wanted to ask if he was sure about this, performing in broad daylight. He was used to working in dark rooms. It was usually the first thing out of his mouth when he would queer a trick. I'm really more accustomed to working in a darker room than this. But Harry was excited, and had already butchered the first deck of cards with the hole puncher, and issued the first round of apologies to the crowd. These were like the primer apologies, the sort that got the folks loosened up a bit before the 7-course meal of ingratiation that would inevitably follow. He asked me for a fresh deck of cards, and I gave him one. The principle behind the trick, in theory, as he explained to me later, was to punch holes in what appeared to be one card, but was in fact 2 or more together, hence the difficulty he often had in squeezing the puncher with his little elfish hands. Then, using some coy maneuvers with his thumb, temporarily concealing the hole while he slid the card beneath it with his palm, the hole would seem to disappear, or move to another part of the card. Oh yeah, that's right. The old hole in the ace trick, interestingly enough, pertaining to punching holes in cards and making them disappear and stuff. Your hands are never really that strong to make this one work all that well either. Actually, this gives you an idea. Yeah? You overlap 2 of the punched cards. They mask each other's hole patterns. Put both cards in totem lathe. You carve another totem using the new combined hole pattern. Take it to the alchemitor. Wow. Oh man, looks like Rose made like 1,000,000 hammers for some reason. Get all this shit out of the way, you're about to make something sweet. What was she doing making all the fucking hammers? Aw, yeah. You got the pogo hammer! Da-da-da-da-da. Practice with a new weapon. Boing, 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 boing. That imp looks perturbed. What did you do? I combined the cards in the lathe thingy and made this. It's so sweet, man. Look at me go. I see. That was a really good idea, John. Nice work. Thanks. I got the idea from Harry Anderson. Who? You know the show Night Court? No. Oh, well, bottom line is, he's awesome. That's really all there is to say on the matter. Attack the nearest imp to test Pogo Hammer's strength. Too much boinging. You get a vicious rhythmic bouncing combo going and easily slay the imp in one blow. You and the Pogo Rider catapulted sky high in the process. Uh-oh. So where'd John end up? That would have been bad. How did she even do that? She did that in like 0.2 seconds. Uh-oh. How did the big imp get in there? Another one? How are they not tearing that butte apart? It's pronounced butte, right? Butte. Pester John. Hey, that was a pretty, nice, sweet catch. Save. Oh, yeah, that. This is pretty comfy. Why don't you just, like, carry the bed around with me on it? Up the gate up there.
It's 11 o'clock.
Stop interrupting me, Cloud. I can't interact with you directly or anything that you are touching if it will result in moving you. See? Oh, lame. The game probably regards it as a kind of cheating, in a way thieving you of your free will as an adventurer, and the need to advance by your own skill and ingenuity. The server player is just a facilitator. Well, okay. All that scurrying around kind of wore me out. I think I'm going to rest here for a bit. Rose, can you keep the imps at bay? Like, drop some stuff on them if I sneak too close? No, you should pick up your hammer and defend yourself. What? Come on! I have no idea what the hell Dave is up to, or if he's any closer to recovering the game. There's some stuff I'd like to try in case he doesn't come through. Oh, alright. I'm just gonna rest my eyes here a second, though. Sleep. It's mesmerizing. Well, be careful there, John. Check Alchemy excursus. We have learned how to alchemize. Looks like a sort of index documenting all the known results for punch card alchemy combinations. This could be a convenient resource as you start to stumble upon more useful card combinations. But ever since John started punching cards, you've been contemplating other ways that this item manufacturing system could be put to use. In particular, if you obtain the code for any item at your disposal, you think you could theoretically send the code to John and he could make it himself. That is, if you can think of anything that would be worth sending to him. Captcha log SBurb server CD? Ingenious! You eject the disk and captcha log the server CD. Message John the captcha code. God damn it. Eh? Is there anything on there? Uh-oh. Facepalm combo. Oh, the double facepalm. John, wake up. Fruit gushers. That was a really odd dream. I recognized the majority of that. I knew what the last thing was, but I'm not going to say, because spoilers. That imp is like, what is this thing? What do you do with it? Hey! Oh, there you are. How's your adventure going, John? It's okay, I'm making some progress, and Rose finally connected again, so she's helping me now. That's good. Oh, but, like, I don't think I'm actually saving the world here. I don't know what I'm really accomplishing, but I guess it's not that. Well, I think whatever it is must be pretty important. Don't lose hope, John. I think it will all turn out for the best if you stay positive. Just keep listening to your grandmother's advice. Yeah, you're probably right, but, I don't think I mentioned Nana to you, did I? Oh, I don't know, didn't you? I don't know, maybe you talked to Rose or Dave about it or something. Yeah, maybe that was it. They're really weird when they talk to me about you. Like, they're always trying to convince me you have some spooky powers. But I'm always like, no, she seems like a pretty regular girl to me. But then when I think back, maybe there are times when it's like, it seems like you know some things. Like, maybe you know more about a thing than you were telling me? I don't know. Oh, well, John, I want to explain lots of things to you. Some things that I know. I'm just waiting. Waiting for what? Oh, John, I forgot I was messaging you about that meteor that fell near my house. Oh yeah, whatever happened with that? Oh boy. Well, it turns out I was confused about it. Really confused. See, I guess I fell asleep for a while and lost track of time. That happens. Yeah, I know, tell me about it. Maybe you should, like, wear an alarm clock or something. So what was the deal with the meteor? Well, it's hard to explain, but I know what it is now. And now I know everything's going to be okay. So what is it? Or is this just another thing you're waiting to tell me? Oh gosh, John, I really want to tell you all this stuff, but I can't yet. I really think you need to wake up first. Huh? Well, okay, not literally. Well, okay, maybe kind of literally. Ugh, stop being so confusing. Lol. Anyway, time for you to go, John. I think you have some company. Garden Gnostic, GG, ceased pestering ectobiologist EB at time o'clock. Quickly, gargle the pogo hammer. You stick the pogo hammer back in your strife specimens and get ready to kill some more of those pesky little... Huh? What's that? He's cowering with the imp. Are they going to high five? Tentacle therapist, TT, ceased pestering ectobiologist, EB, at time o'clock. Rose, why aren't you dropping something on that thing? Oh no. Be the imp. You be the imp and quickly abscond the fuck out of there. This is what weaker adversaries do whenever things get too hot to handle, which is frequently. It's considered positive when it's the mooks doing it, and negative when it's the heroes. TV Tropes talked about that once. I forget what the trope is called, though. Screw this, I'm out of here, I think. Prepare for a boss battle. Ah. You stop being the imp because that was stupid and scurry over to your magic chest that you suddenly remembered was on the roof. There are some things in here that would be good to stock up on for a major battle. But it looks like someone has plundered your chest. This is so outrageous. How did he keep us over here? How did he get over here? John, you can't warp. You are being ambushed. There isn't much room to maneuver on the sloping roof. Maybe you should consider making your way to higher ground. Ascend to the highest point of the house. Boing, 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 boing. You go up here. Look down. You peek over the edge. Huh? It already seems like a long way down to your yard. Not even to speak of what's below. Hey, weren't your trick handcuffs dangling from that branch earlier? Damn it, why do imps have... why do imps gotta be making off with all your sweet gear? Turn around. Ugh. You are confronted with a pair of enormous foes. This is it. You have no choice but to wage a fierce rooftop battle. This is totally going to happen now, and could in no way conceivably be interrupted by a sudden shift in our attention. It's go time. It's time to do this thing. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Stop being the other guy. Well, then. You stop being the other guy. You're not even sure what that meant anyway. Ascend to the highest point of the building. Psyche. Oh wait. Double psychic combo. Mustard, gravy, rotten ass pumpkin. Yuck, probably stinks. Somebody has made off with your mustard. So many cans. You are now the wayward vagabond. Retreat. Got him already? Yep. Examine rotten pumpkin. What pumpkin? References. Oh, but he ate it. Ugh. Check the little red bar. It appears to be a gauge for a large power cell, perhaps fueled by some type of nuclear reaction. If this is the case, it is relatively low on fuel. But who knows how long it's been running here? You do not care about this sort of nonsense, and you will disregard it at once. You are very hungry. Capsulog can of gravy. Capsulog? You have no idea what that means. It is total nonsense, and you do not know what to make of it. You will not give the foolish notion a second thought. Pick up the can of gravy. Just pick it up. You just pick it up. You are now holding a can of gravy. Can of gravy. No, actually, this used to be sugar cookie eggnog, but I drank it. Use sharp teeth to poke a hole in the lid of the can. He is an herbivore. Nibble, nibble. Your teeth are useless for the task. They are blunt like that of livestock, presumably suitable for mashing up plant matter and not for puncturing metal. Attempt to open can with your weak, pathetic digits. Your weak, pathetic digits are not strong enough to penetrate the can. Your fingers are certainly pointy enough, and your black carapace is suitably rigid. Carapace? What is it, an insect? But you just don't have enough muscle for the task. Take the can labeled beans. Oh, you take that too. Examine can of custard. The can clearly reads mustard, a fact of which you were perfectly well aware. It is sort of cumbersome holding all these cans at once. You doubt you can hold many more than this. Maybe one or two. You'll need to find something to put that stuff in it. To put stuff in if you want to carry a lot of things around. Examine marking on wrist. You drop all the cans and take a look at your wrist. It is a sort of specialized barcode pattern. This brings back unpleasant memories, and you would prefer not to dwell on it. I just use my smartphone to take a picture of that. No, it's not one of those. I don't even know what those things are or how to use them. Examine the small potted plant. Burp. What plant? How can you be hungry if you keep eating all this garbage? Check book on human etiquette. It appears half the pages of this book have been eaten. The daunting volume is considerably lighter than it once was. You sure do like to eat, little buddy. Sustenance. Whoa, whoa, whoa now. Horse meat is really not sustenance in many places. But moo cows and cluck chickens and more moo cow. That's a moo cow. What is this? Buffalo? That's a moo cow. And a my goat. Intermediary. Silverware. A sork, a spive, and a noon. Consumption. This is the key. The key. You were somewhat skeptical about this nutritional value contained by these pages. However, of the practical wisdom they contain, there would be little doubt. You have learned so much. Clear out all the cans inside the purple machine. Whoa. That's a lot of food. Do you have a can opener, little buddy? You empty the peculiar cabinet and take a quick inventory of your canned goods. You have beans, mustard, gravy, bread, shrimp, asparagus, cheese, rice, corn, peas, flour, chestnuts, mayo, ham, potatoes, and squash. Such bountiful plenty. And yet the Gillettes taunt you from within their small metal prisons. Search room for a can opener. You've already looked all over the place for a can opener, even making a few electronic inquiries about one, to no avail. Nothing else inside the purple thing either. Oh, you appear to be in someone's bunker. But that someone either didn't bring a can opener, like an idiot, or have lost their can opener. Maybe they used it to defend themselves. Locate a nearby sharp object. You wield your trusty knife. It is actually you're not sure what this is called. It's an old rusted one of those red mailbox arm swing flappy doodads. Flag, darling. Either for letting you know there is mail in the box, or maybe for alerting the mailman to outgoing mail to be collected. You don't know, really. You've wrapped a little piece of cloth around it for the grip. It is useless for opening cans. We're gonna have to find you something new, little buddy.